Hi, now we're going to learn how to delete a row from a table view. So the way that is done, if you've worked with the iPhone before, you'll recognize that in a table view, we often have an edit button up in the title bar of the table view. And when we tap the edit button, we get the opportunity to delete various rows. And we can also swipe on a row to actually bring up a delete button and delete the row. So how does this happen? Well, it's very simple. First of all, in our storyboard, we notice that we don't have anything new added here. We still have our new button, but in the table view controller itself, inside view did load, we have a new piece of code. If we already have bar button items on the title bar, if they're on the right, they're in an array called right bar button items. If they're on the left, they're in an array called left bar button items. So we already have a bar button item on the title bar. What we want to do is add the edit button item to the right bar button items array, and that's what we've done here. So we've set self.navigationItem.right bar button items equal to an NS array, which is made up of two objects. The first is the right bar button item. If there's only one thing in the array, then that collection, if you will, is only one item, and it's called .right bar button item. And then we've also added a second object, self.edit button item, and then of course we terminated the array declaration with nil. And what this will do is it will add an edit button item to the right bar button items array. Now, that is part one. That is how to get the edit button item up there. The other part is really pretty simple. A table view, in its delegate methods, knows already how to delete one of its rows. The only thing we have to do is delete the corresponding element from the table view's data source. So that's what we've done down here in table view commit editing style. All we do here is uncomment this method, and we get all of this code. So what we're looking at is the editing style of UI table view cell editing style delete. And this is where we delete the row from the data source. This code right here is already provided for us in the template. Delete rows at index path, and it takes the index path with row animation and so forth. This code we must provide. And in this implementation, all we have to do is delete the corresponding row, the element that corresponds to the row that we deleted in the table view. And so we get that by getting a mutable copy, again, of the cell content array, and then removing object at index given to us by the index path row, and then copying that mutable array back into cell content. And that's all we have to do. But you must remember that deleting a row from a table view does not automatically delete that corresponding member from the underlying data source of the table view. We have to handle that ourselves. Furthermore, we don't have to call reload content or reload data on the table view. That happens in this method call here, delete rows at index path. The table view automatically reloads the data from the cell content array. So now it looks like we've done an awful lot of work in our application, but we really haven't, as we've just seen. We have our edit button. This is the right bar button items array. The new button is the first element in the array. It was already there. And the second element in the array is the edit button. So now, if we click on one, we still get one. If we add a new element, let's add 4 again. We add a new element, we still get that. And now if we click on edit, we get our editing interface. And if we bring up the delete button, we can delete 4. We can click done. The button changes text and background for us. We can also swipe delete, and that will bring up the delete button and delete there. And we can continue to add, let's say 5, and this is going to look funny, but it's actually correct. If we have 5, the number that will the numeral that will be displayed here is the index of this element in the array, which is actually the index plus 1, which is actually 3. A little confusing there, but that's okay. So we can delete that one too. Very good. Thank you very much.